love me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, the Meek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, it's how we music, nigga.
Yo, top of the top. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, somebody but a dead body do me a favor and put it in the audio because y'all know I'm still in Georgia. We having a little problem with the Wi-Fi system and all that. I did a live yesterday. For some reason, the first part of the live was heard, and the second part, they said my microphone or something was out of some shit. I had to refresh it, but I did all that. So if y'all can hear me crystal clear, anybody but a dead body, do me a favor. Give me some dice cubes. Harley, I appreciate you, sis. I swear for God, because we got some things to get into today. I'm telling y'all, we got some shit to get into today. But it's not no surprise to me because I've been said it. I've been said it when I did the Keefe D show. When I told y'all when Keefe D house got raided for allegedly involvement in the Tupac Shakur murder investigation almost 2 years ago, I told everybody, Puff is about to start cooperating with the feds. I believe he started cooperating back then. And then certain things with his involvement. I think this shit is all a big plot because I got a funny feeling. I'm telling you, y'all think I'm joking. I got a funny feeling Puff is going to walk away from this. Because let's look, this is who they fucking with now. Uh-oh. And the reason why I left it like that is because this is Fox News. This is all over the TV. This is all over the broadcasting systems. Sean Carter, Jay-Z accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in Diddy lawsuit. Yo, Meek, how you feel about that? Shout out to everybody in the building. We got Big Harley in the building. Y'all know, forgive me for not shouting everybody out. We got Big Meek, Brooklyn shit. She already know. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? Do y'all agree or disagree with the allegations right now against Jay-Z, Sean Carter? Anybody but a dead body. Let me know something. Everybody that's in the chat, come on in here and say what's up, say salute, say top of the top, whatever it is, whatever's your greeting in the morning, as long as it ain't no crazy shit. It ain't nothing but love over here at the Big Dice Chronicles. You dig what I'm saying? I got some grown folk shit to get into. I got a smooth conversation to get into today. And I appreciate it. If y'all tell a friend to tell a friend, do me a favor, hit this like button. Hit this like button. Because it's about to go down. Let's go. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? If y'all can still hear me crystal clear and the audio and everything is coming through, please let me know what's going on. Shout out to my guy, Eastside, he's in the building. East side of the town is definitely in the building. Shout out to the whole 050 movement. You dig what I'm saying? And if y'all pay attention to what Meek said, she said they're not coming at him criminally, but they're coming at him on a civil lawsuit. So what this means is, y'all, pay attention to what she's saying. She's saying, yo, check this out. Whoever the alleged victim is, they're not coming at him because they want him to go to jail. They're coming at him because they want that bread. Oops. They said, fuck that. You ain't got to send a nigga to jail. Long as that money right. Long as that money right. Meek said, nope. If he did it, lock him up like he said. They're head hunting for a bag. Now, that's crazy. Think about that. Think about that. Let's talk about this for a minute. But let me explain something. Before we go any further, I want to know, for the people that's in the building, for the people that's here, for the people that's in the bushes, come in because I want to know something. Do y'all believe these allegations? That's the first part we got to talk about right quick, because I got a show lined up for y'all. I don't just be coming up here rapping. Do y'all believe these allegations pertaining to Jay-Z being accused of raping a 13-year-old child? If y'all agree with it, say you agree he did it. If you disagree, say you don't believe he did it. Say if you believe it, say I believe it. If you don't believe it, say I don't believe it. You know, multi-millionaire, billionaire, excuse me. His bread's stupid long. You dig what I'm saying? Harley says she believe it. Yep. Multi-billionaire, married to what? Beyonce Knowles. Another one that people don't trust because, like my man was telling me, he said it's a lot of satanic rituals that's going on. Pay attention, it's a lot of satanic rituals that's going on. Meek said, prove it. She got a point right there. Now, pay attention to this because, see, this is allegedly. These are allegations. These are something that allegedly has been brought forth against him. There's someone saying that allegedly at a Diddy party, she was sexually assaulted by Jay-Z, and it was watched by other important actresses and actors and musicians. What she said was, at that particular time, they knew that she was too young to attend a certain party or club. So what they did is, check this out. They said, "Yo, we know we can't get you in the club, but check this out. We having one of them oil parties. One of them oil parties. Lansky, salute. I see you. We having one of them oil parties, and you can come chill with us at the mansion." Harley got a point too. Just backs up what Meek said. First of all, you got to prove the shit. These are all allegations. And then Harley said, so why she waited so long? See, my part about this is, my take on this whole thing is, if you say someone sexually assaulted you, I don't know what it is to be sexually assaulted, but I could imagine the trauma or the horrific, repetitive visions and images and memories of somebody disrespecting them. The mental anguish of the whole thing, the paranoia, whatever. But you got to prove it. And Harley said, why did they wait so long? Meek said, people have died behind this shit they were doing. They're accused of, and they didn't do it. That's a cold-blooded fact. She said, people have died behind shit they were accused of that they did not do. That they did not do. But this is my thing. This is the only thing that's bugging me out. For the person that allegedly is saying that Jay-Z sexually assaulted them, why don't they want him prosecuted, and why don't they want him in jail? See, this is what I want to know. Why don't they want him prosecuted, and why do they not want him in jail? They want jail to be overlooked. They want jail to be overlooked. But they want monetary, pay attention to this, monetary recognition. They want to be paid financially for whatever they're allegedly saying that they went through with Mr. Jay-Z. But see, I got to get a little more into this. Harley said, traumatized for 24 years. Me, yeah, she want the bag. 24 years. But pay attention. Meek said, exactly. If this nigga did some shit like that, lock him up. Take the bag if he's guilty. But the nigga belong in jail. But check this out, y'all. People fail to realize something. Now, Meek, we from Brooklyn, so we already know what's going on, but I got something to show y'all. The reason why I believe these allegations is because of this young lady right here. Y'all know her as Foxy Brown. I know her as Inga. Shout out to Pretty Boy and all of them. Y'all know her as Foxy Brown. I know her as Inga. I know her as a 14-year-old rapper. 1, 2, Freddie, I see you in the building. Shout it out to the sis early in the morning. I know her as a 14-year-old aspiring rapper that went to Wingate High School that used to be battling people in the yard. And then the next thing you know, we saw her in the Ain't No Nigga video with her and Jay-Z. Meek said, Fox said, she said she will never go against Jay-Z because he, in my opinion, he manipulated her. And the loyalty that she has, OG Job, I see you in the building, peace. The Brooklyn loyalty that she has, and then like in Brooklyn, this is sad. I don't partake in no shit like this, but I know people who have. It's like younger women are attracted to older men. The girls in high school, they don't want the niggas in high school. They don't want the niggas in high school. They want the niggas that be coming up to the high schools in the nice cars. They want the niggas that's running the drug organizations. They don't want the dudes that's in school talking about they got to ask their moms for allowance to take them to the movies. They got to ask their moms for allowance if they might want to get their hair done, or their nails done, or they might want a pair of jeans, or they might. See, that's the difference between young ladies You dig what I'm saying? In Brooklyn, I don't know about all over the world, but I'm telling you about Brooklyn. Jay was with this young lady and helped be a part of her career from 14 years old. 14 years old. And back then, there were allegations. Remember what I said? Allegedly, there were allegations of Jay-Z having a sexual affair with this young lady. Let's get a little more intense. What about Rihanna? What about Rihanna? Let's go get away from Fox Brown. Let's go get away from Inga. Because they can say, ironically, because of Brooklyn being the place it is, you know, they caught it. All right, cool. Let's talk about Rihanna. Rihanna was also another young and aspiring R&B soulstress that Jay-Z took under his wing and helped propel her career. Anybody in the chat remember when Rihanna and Chris Brown had the physical altercation? If y'all remember that, put the hearts up in the chat. Fellas, if you remember that, put the dice cubes up in the chat. Do you remember when Rihanna and Chris Brown had that big altercation in the car? And people said that it was over a cell phone. Pay attention. They just put Chris Brown out to be an idiot. You mean to tell me somebody wanted to know who was calling him on his phone and he got upset and he started beating on her? Well, I heard another story. See, people heard one story. I heard another story. Just, you know, fair YouTube warnage. Fair YouTube warnage. Fair YouTube warnage. See, I heard that Rihanna gave Chris Brown herpes. Allegedly. I heard the reason why they were in the car fighting that night is because Chris Brown had been informed by his physician, by his doctor, that he had herpes. What'd you say, me? She said, I heard the same. I heard the same thing. See, I heard that, yeah, there was a physical altercation between him and her. There was. Harley said, I heard that too. There was a physical altercation between him and her because they said that the altercation, the verbal altercation started inside the party. But they said when they was walking towards the truck, there was a little bit of shoving and pushing and angry things being spurred out. And one of the things that was being spurred out is they said Chris Brown was screaming out, bitch, you burnt me. You burnt me. You burnt me. They said he was furious. He was young, allegedly. They said he messed with that booger sugar. He was a little drunk. He was enraged. You know, we see it all the times in the hood. We see people go through physical altercations all the time in the hood. Sometimes people mind their business. Sometimes people don't. But this time, the world was involved. Now, pay attention to this. The sister Harley said something real smooth. She said, they all got it. Usher has it. R. Kelly has it, etc., etc. But check this out. Jay-Z, allegedly, is the person that gave Rihanna herpes. City Bama, salute, brother. Top of the top, brother. I see you in the building. We sitting here talking about some things because I don't know if y'all noticed. If anybody didn't hear about this, you could check about this. This has been on the radio, the TV, everything since last night. We got Jay-Z accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. A 13-year-old child. And then I brought up the fact that, ironically, Jay-Z is known to be around younger women, and he is known to use his influence to propel the careers of younger women, such as the most infamous, y'all know her as Foxy Brown. I know her as Inga from Brooklyn. Ain't no nigga like the one I got. No one can fuck you better. Did anybody pay attention to that song? Did anybody pay attention to that song? Anybody pay attention to that hook? Ain't no nigga like the one I got. No one can fuck you better. Gives me things and he buys me a lot. Oh, y'all ain't hear the words? He gives me things and he buys me a lot. Meek said, so who or where is the female they said watched it? Bella Rose, top of the top, I appreciate you for pulling up at the Big Dice Chronicles. It ain't nothing but love over here. She said, Diddy is snitching for that bail. See, this is what I feel. See, I think something. See, you heard what Harley said. She remember the song, sleeps around, but he gives me a lot. He sleeps around, but he gives me a lot. Pay attention to all this, because they said Rihanna contracted herpes, and at the time she was cheating on Chris Brown, and he had got information from his doctor. Yo, you know she burned you. You got that shit. Allegedly. These are not true to known of any form. This is my alleged allegations from information that is obtained. Do we know that this is true? No, just my fair YouTube users for the fact of content. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Joff, I see you in the building, brother. Joff, you done been around the industry. You done been around all these super weirdos. All these super weirdos, boy. Tell me how you feel about that. Do you feel as though the nigga Jay is guilty? Because see, now back in the day, excuse me, not back in the days, a few months prior and before that, they was always having these clickbaits talking about Jay-Z's going to jail, this and that, and Beyonce and this. But see, this right here is not no clickbait. City Bama said, yo, Jay was part of the old school hustlers who like them young things, who like them young pretty things, them things that, you know, that takes around, but it gives me a lot. Think about that. Foxy said it, ain't no nigga like the one I got. No one can fuck you better. Think about this. See, this tells you the mentality of a person by just the things that they say. My fault, good people. My fault, good people. Can y'all hear me crystal clear right now? My fault, I had to go out and come back in. Can y'all hear me crystal clear? Anybody but a dead body, can you tell me that you hear me? By the dice cubes, my fellas, and by the hearts for my ladies. Can you dig it? Is the volume back? Is the volume back? If y'all can hear me, somebody let me know. Can you dig it? Oh, appreciate you. Appreciate you. City Bama said y'all can hear me crystal clear. Thank you, OG Bobby. For real. Thank you, Harley. I appreciate you. I thought I was bugging. Got a very important phone call. But like I said, we have been sitting up watching older people, excuse me. Like my man City Bama said, the old school hustlers, they wasn't messing with them battle cats. They was trying to get that young Puma pussy. Excuse my language, y'all. I ain't mean to say it like that. Excuse my language. I'm just trying to tell you the honest to God truth. But right now, from 24 years ago, pay attention. I want y'all to go back 24 years ago. This is 2024. So we're going to 1999. Job said one of them niggas gonna end up missing. Because see, I told y'all this. If y'all go back and do the show and pay attention to the show I did called Is Puff Gonna Cooperate? I did this show almost 2 years ago when Keefe D's house got raided pertaining to the Tupac Shakur murder investigation. I told y'all Puff was about to line up anybody but anybody. Word up. He said all these niggas be on that ass shit, Haas. Like the West Indian people say, I'm on them now ride Haas. Not horse. I'm on them now ride Haas, a reggae term. Supposed to ride horse, not Haas. You know, see me? But this is what I want to know. All jokes aside. Is Puff going home and is Jay-Z going to jail? Is Jay-Z and Puff both staying in jail? Talk to me. How y'all feel about this? And to the people in the building, I don't give a fuck who it is. If you sexually assaulted somebody, your ass should be. See, I think that should go back to Islamic laws. I'm dead serious. See, here, for some reason, they will put people, this is just my opinion, y'all. Fair YouTube usage, forgive me for my opinion. I have the right to say my opinion. But in the United States of America, they have the judicial system. They have the judicial system. I got to respect that. They have the judicial system. Check out that artwork. They have the judicial system. You dig what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying. In Islamic countries, if you sexually assault someone, your ass get tied to a wall and killed. In some cases, if you sexually assault someone or put your hands on somebody, they have the right to cut your hand off. That's making sense? Harley said for him to get out, he got to tell on his own kind. He better not snitch on them. White people, they're going to hang him. See, that's the whole point. I think this is some type of agreement deal. See, I think this is, first of all, ain't nobody heard nothing about Prince Charles yet. He was at them parties. Ain't nobody heard nothing about Prince Charles, son. He was at them parties. What's his name? Harry Charles and all that shit. Them niggas was at them parties too. They was at them parties too. First of all, let me explain something to you. This is a sad, sadistic world that we living in now. And see, this is the reason why I didn't try to let my rap career propel, because it was a time when I wanted to be an MC and all that, just like some of the other cats. And I got some shit to say, you did. But when I started hearing about the things that were being brought up in certain conversations with people the way that they told people, yeah, you can have this, but they're going to want you to do this. See, number one, I'm never going to sell my soul. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not a prostitute. I'm never going to sell my body. I'm never messing with, you know what I'm saying, anything other than a woman. You dig? Some niggas is in the motherfucking wild shit like animals and shit. It's shit called bestiology. It's a fact. It's a cat in North Carolina that worked at a job with us. This is a cold-blooded fact on Sharon McLeod. This nigga was fucking goats and dogs and shit. This nigga was arrested for bestiology. So it's some real type of freaky, sadistic motherfuckers up here. Because if you pay attention, if you do the research, and I'm going to get deeper into this when I get back home, because I'll be home Friday. We leaving Friday night, so I'll be home Saturday morning, y'all. But I'm telling you something. I'm going to do a more deep and in-depth look into all this because, like the person said, there were celebrities that knew that she was allegedly underage because she could not come to the club with them. But they said that Puff Daddy and Jay-Z were known, check this out, to have fetishes for extremely young women. You see what Harley said? White people have voluntarily sex. Puffy out here taking pussy. And butts. You see all that oil they found in that nigga house? That baby oil? That damn lotion and all that bullshit? But the reason why I knew Jay-Z was a part of the nonsense because the minute when Puff started going through his legal problems, they said Jay-Z was starting to distance himself away from Puff. One thing I will say about Stevie J. One thing I say about Stevie J, I don't like him. I don't like him. Tell you the truth, I'm never going to fuck with Stevie J because he's Big's godfather. He is Biggie Small's son, CJ, godfather. Christopher Jr. But him and Big was friends. And then he wound up dealing with Faith. That nigga just put to the side that him and Big supposedly was friends and had a great rapport. Well, Big must have trusted him enough if he had the nerve to give him the title of a godparent. Because, you know, when something happens to a parent, if you have a godparent, you automatically come the child's parent. So if something would have happened to Big and something would have happened to Faith, CJ, before he's of age, before you have to be of age of 21 years old, if he'd have been under the age of 21, he'd have been given full custody to Stevie J. So just to know that the rapport Big had with Stevie J, where he entrusted him and he cared about him enough to give him the right to be his child's godfather. It's a lot of responsibility to come with godparents, like I said, because if something happens to you, these children become yours. You know what I'm saying? But then right after Big unfortunate demise, you wait a few years because usually that's what snakes do. They plot on shit. And then all of a sudden you start fucking with Faith Evans. That shit is a weirdo. Something's a weirdo. I95 said, yo, that nigga Stevie J is a dirtbag. And I believe that because, first of all, how you start fucking with your man girl, your man baby moms? Word up. But you know, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own way of living. I'm just trying to tell you how I look at things. You dig? OG Bobby said the nigga was locked up in the camps, honor status, and let the baby cow give him oral, and the cow raped him, and they gave him a new charge for sexual assault. Dead. But I'm telling y'all, you may think I'm joking. Puff ain't going to jail. See, R. Kelly ain't had Puff money. And if R. Kelly, matter of fact, let me say that another way. R. Kelly did not have Puff Daddy money. And he didn't have, quote unquote, the lawyers and the defense team that Puff Daddy has. Puff running around with some niggas that's more dangerous when it comes to the judicial system and law. They more dangerous than Johnny Cochran. I got a funny feeling with the cooperation with Puff. Just my opinion. My opinion. Everybody got one. I got a funny feeling Puff is about to allow certain information to come out that agencies and the police departments have wanted to know so long for years. They're going to give him some type of leniency. I just feel it. People fail to realize, man, Young Thug, they thought that Young Thug was going to jail for the rest of his life. And to this particular moment, and this second right here, they didn't have no information that could prosecute Young Thug. Nothing. It was his own admittance of guilt that was part of a proxy plea by his lawyer, where he had to identify certain things that he did, certain things that he was involved with, but he gets to go home on probation. Word, it just don't make sense. You see what Omni I-95 said? He said, yo, Puff got dirt on niggas, man. He said a lot of dirt that he's getting ready to utilize. He said finna, but he's getting ready to utilize. So if you're, like I'm telling you, it's things that Puff know, and he ain't been around no regular people. First of all, he was running around with the mayor. Remember, they just gave that nigga the key to the fucking city. Mayor Eric Adams just gave Puff Daddy the key to the city. Do you know what first of all, I don't think people understand. Do you know what the key to the city is? Like, literally, people be talking about that. But let me explain something to you. When you got the key to the city, that's like having diplomatic immunity. That's like having diplomatic immunity. They like literally saying that it's no wrong that you can do. This is your city. The key to the city is like a pass. It's like back in the days when we used to get the PBA cards. You remember the police benevolence association cards? You had a family member that might have been police or might have been a CO or something like that, and they had PBA cards. So they give us PBA cards, and we have them in our wallet. And God forbid we run a red light, or God forbid we driving around with a no seatbelt on. God forbid there's times you get caught with illegal narcotics. But because you have that PBA card, this PBA card signifies and identifies you as a person that's connected to someone in the police department or the judicial system. That's some real deep shit. It's the same thing with Puff. They said Puff is in jail chilling. They said he in jail chilling, y'all. It's a lot of people that's shaking in their boots. Do y'all remember when Puff Daddy did that daggone list? When he said Michael Wahlberg, Oprah Winfrey, The Rock, Tracy Ellis Ross, Terry Crews. It was a lot of big wheels that they put into that, man. He said them: Naomi Campbell, Mark Wahlberg, Usher Raymond. Do you understand the names that this dude was calling? And he did it so arrogantly, he sat up there with his daughter and said, yo, say this one name, something from the Pussycat Doll, all type of foolishness, you heard? Well, I'm going to tell you something before I get out of here. I'm going to do some more deep research. Some deep research. I don't care if the nigga Jay from Brooklyn, if he violated, I'm going to smoke his boots, in the words of the Dread L Comp. But can you dig it? Well, I just came to give y'all a quick live, and I wanted to break that information because I ain't hear nobody talking about it yet. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm going live later on because I got to go back to work today. Y'all already know we here. We down here getting these people right. You know, but in the words of Big Dice, which is myself, another day alive, another day free, y'all. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? I say peace. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? why it's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?